Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Half Price Lawyers, the only law firm in Pahrump with a low price guarantee. Located at 41 North Highway 160, Unit 11. Call 400-0000.
Tonight on News 46, a local doctor addresses concerns about a current virus. The Great Summer Games are happening now at J.G. Johnson. The Tortoise Group needs adoptive family. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, July 31st, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. A strong virus has been making its way around town lately. News 46 caught up with Healthcare Partners physician Dr. James Flowers to find out how to protect yourself.
In the summer, there are viruses. There are a lot of viruses. There are viruses called enteroviruses. There are hundreds of them, and you will get summer colds, etc., but it's not a flu virus. So it's not the flu we're getting.
So what is the difference with a virus and a flu, and what are the symptoms different?
They're all viruses. If you want the general idea, and the way I look at it is you look at a cold or a cold virus. You're standing on the side of the road and a big truck goes by and you sort of get whooshed a little bit. You get a little blown. That's a cold. With the flu, you get hit by the truck. And it's a clear difference. It's just a clear difference. The symptoms are similar, but it's much more severe. They're both viruses, okay, but the presentation and the consequences are significantly different.
How can a person protect themselves? How do you treat a virus?
We don't worry about treating it. You worry about preventing it. Because the flu virus, you definitely want to prevent it, and it's very simple. It's very simple. You get a flu vaccine, period. That's what you do, okay? And even if you get that and if you don't get it, then the only way you get the flu is from another person. I know there's a swine flu, the bird flu, but those are unusual cases. The flu we're talking about, you're getting from somebody that looks like you, smells like you, coughs like you, sneezes like you. That's how you get it. So you're going to get it if they cough on you, talk on you, sneeze on you, and little droplets get into your nose or mouth. Or you're going to touch a surface that was recently had this secretions on it, and then you put it up to your nose or your mouth. So the thing you do, you either don't let people sneeze, cough on you, or you wash your hands before you touch anything that's going to go near your nose or mouth. But you prevent it by getting the flu vaccine, period.
Nevada has seen a rise in pertussis cases over recent years. As of June of 2014, Nevada has had 60 cases of pertussis reported. Pertussis, also known as whooping cough, starts with the following symptoms: runny or stuffed up nose, sneezing, mild cough, and a pause in breathing in infants, which is called apnea. Whooping cough spreads easily through the air when an infected person breathes, coughs, or sneezes. A person can spread the disease while he or she has cold-like symptoms and for at least 2 weeks after coughing starts. The DTaP vaccine is a shot that combines the vaccines for whooping cough and 2 other serious illnesses, diphtheria and tetanus. The DTaP vaccine protects children by preparing their bodies to fight the bacteria. Getting your child the DTaP vaccine helps protect them against whooping cough. It also protects other people who can't get the vaccine, especially newborn babies who can get very sick and die from whooping cough. To get the vaccine, contact your healthcare provider. Here's Ron Chase with the latest at Nevada Public Auction.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
We'll have another big auction this weekend. Previews all day Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The auction is Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We open at 9 o'clock though, so you can come in on Saturday and also preview. It's a great big auction again this weekend. I have lots of tools, furniture, antique jewelry, antique furniture. Got some nice sterling silver jewelry, some turquoise jewelry, some coins. It's just a very nice auction again.
Some nice glassware, too, as well.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of glassware. There's lots of hurricane lamps, lots of depression glass, some other antique art glass. Like I said, there's a lot of tools also, like a nice big chipper, air compressor. So there's something for everyone this weekend.
Definitely, and you can't pass up some of this furniture that you have over here, sofas and lamps and even some outside stuff.
Yeah, there's a gorgeous patio furniture set, nice heavy iron, heavy metal. Like you said, there's some antique furniture, there's an antique buffet. There's a nice scroll top desk. Curio cabinet. There's just quite a bit of modern and antique furniture this weekend.
People can look for these items online, or they can come down here to Margaret Street to preview, right?
That is correct. So online, our address is auctionnv, like Nevada.com, and again, that's auctionnv.com. We don't picture every single thing on our website, but a lot of pictures will go on our website for sure. And then, yeah, you come down to 800 Margaret Street, again on Friday from 9 to 5.
And then Saturday come at 9 a.m. to preview before the auction starts.
Saturday come at 9 a.m. to preview. Auction starts at 10 o'clock. And the phone number here, if you have any questions, is 775-751-4867.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
Thanks, Ron. I have Cooper with me. Cooper, can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Wave. Cooper is Rhonda and Vern's second nephew, and he's up here at the station visiting, and I stole him, so they're not getting him back. But I just want to bring Cooper up here and have him wave, and we're going to go to break right now. Cooper, right? So I can play with Cooper for a while. We'll be back with more local news after this break.
Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
All right, I had to give Cooper back. All right, welcome back to News 46. The Tortoise Group is making a special trip to Pahrump this Sunday to rally some much-needed potential adoptive families for the surplus amount of domesticated desert tortoises looking for a home.
Just a group of people that were concerned about the care of tortoises or pet desert tortoises. In 1982 it became a fully fledged non-profit organization, and it's been helping out with tortoises ever since. It's kind of changed a little bit over the years, and as far as there's an education component, but now there's also an adoption component, and we're moving into other areas as well, so it's changed definitely.
Why is it so important to adopt desert tortoises?
Basically, it's because there are just too many of them in Las Vegas. Earlier this year, we started moving towards adoptions in northern Nevada, just because we were having such a hard time finding homes in Las Vegas, and now we're coming out to do this workshop in Pahrump on Sunday. The biggest issue is that a lot of people breed them in their backyards. They live about 80 to 100 years, so they're going to outlive most of their custodians. And with the breeding issue, we've had 50 or 60 tortoises just come from 2 or 3 houses alone where people have been breeding them. They've died, and somebody else has been in the position of having to do something about a lot of tortoises. Obviously, when somebody's spouse dies, they often move, not always, but in a couple of cases we've had this situation where people want to move, and all of a sudden there's 50 or 60 tortoises that need to be found homes for. That's on top of all the other ones that happen on a regular basis, so it's quite a challenge.
And when they're held in captivity or bred in captivity, they're different than the wild ones out there. They're not able to take care of themselves? It's
the same species, and they likely would be able to take care of themselves in the wild if they were introduced at an early age. However, there's two main reasons why you can't put pet desert tortoises back into the wild. The most important one is disease. We don't want to be introducing disease into the wild population. And the second one is that by putting too many tortoises into a particular area, it can definitely affect the balance of the environment by having too many tortoises there. So it really isn't something that a lot of people ask as well. It's an endangered species in the wild, and yet there are more of them in the pet population. Why can't you just take them and just dump them back into the desert? And those are really the two main reasons that it's not a good reason to do that.
We'll have more on the tortoises on tomorrow night's broadcast. But in the meantime, they're going to have an event on Sunday at 2 p.m. at the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension's office for potential adoptive families. So if you would like to find out more, you can go to the corner of Dandelion and Calvada on Sunday at 2 p.m. to get further information. The Republican-led House approved a resolution yesterday authorizing Speaker John Boehner to sue President Barack Obama over claims he abused his powers at the expense of Congress and the Constitution. The vote was 225 to 201. Republicans argue Obama's executive orders in a number of areas were unlawful because it's the job of Congress to make or change laws. But they believe his handling of the Affordable Care Act gives them the best chance at proving their case and are basing the suit on that issue. Not a single House Democrat voted for the resolution, and 5 Republicans opposed it. Well, as many as 80 bodies could still be lying in the fields of eastern Ukraine after the Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 was shot down. Investigators have been having trouble accessing the crash site, which has been delayed for days by dangerous fighting in the area. Many coffins holding remains collected in the first weeks after the disaster already have been flown to the Netherlands, where the flight originated on July 17th. But monitors who've gained sporadic access to the site have said bodies and victims' belongings still lie scattered across huge debris fields. The Great Summer Games, sponsored by the Nye County Sheriff's Office and many important corporate and private sponsors, have been held this week at a new location, J.G. Johnson Elementary School.
Great Summer Games is gang resistance education and training, and we're here at J.G. Johnson Elementary School working with young people with positive alternative activities other than gangs, crime, violence, and drug abuse, trying to promote a fun, safe environment to be responsible other than participating in those activities.
And how many kids do you have here today?
It's about 160. We just showed about 200. We got a lot more today, sign-ups on the second day, and so I don't know what the exact number is, but we're right around 200.
So what do they do throughout the day, all these kids?
Fun games, crazy games, see how many people, what team can blow the most bubbles, tug of war, any crazy game we can come up with, egg baseball.
You're at J.G. Johnson now instead of Ian Deutsch Park. Why?
We decided to join with PVYA, which we've always been a cooperative organizations together, working together. Typically in the past they've come down to join us at Ian Deutsch, but they're a 7-week program like we used to be, and now we're only a 1-week program in Pahrump, and so we're just trying something new and seeing how it works out. And but the rest of our weeks for our summer program has been broken up to give each Nye County community at least a 1-week program rather than spending all 7 weeks in Pahrump.
So you guys don't just stay here in Pahrump, you go all over the place, don't you? Where else do you go?
So far this year we've been at Amargosa, Tonopah, Gabbs, Round Mountain, Pahrump this week, and then we go to Beatty for our last week just before school starts.
And this is all funded through the Nye County Sheriff's Office?
We have community sponsors as well, but thanks to Sheriff DeMeo and through the Sheriff's Office, Round Mountain Gold is our largest corporate sponsor. Walmart and Scolari's, Burger King, Best Foods, and many others.
And Nye Communities Coalition is also donating some food too as well.
Yes, the school district, Nye County School District, sponsors us throughout the entire county with their free and reduced lunches, and the Nye Community Coalition is also a very large sponsor. And today we'll be passing out snack bags for all the kids to take home, which will provide each family with about 2 or 3 days worth of snacks for each kid.
Well, when we come back from this break, we'll have your news across Nevada.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Nathan Adelson Hospice, proud to be the hospice of choice in Pahrump for 15 years. Please call 775-751-6700 to find out how Nathan Adelson can assist you.
Electric car maker Tesla Motors says it's preparing a site near Reno, Nevada as a possible location for its new battery factory, but it's still evaluating other locations. Tesla broke ground on the Nevada site in June and adds that it will decide on the final location for the $5 billion factory in the next few months. California, Mexico, Arizona, and Texas are also in the running for the factory. Competition is intense for the plant, which Tesla say could employ about 6,500 people by 2020. Tesla wants the factory to supply batteries for its Model 3 electric car, which is set to go on sale in 2017. Tesla and the Panasonic Corporation will collaborate on the battery factory. A committee of state legislatures will be asked to support a resolution calling on Congress to begin deeding public lands in Nevada to the state. The Nevada Land Management Task Force voted unanimously at its July 18th meeting to ask lawmakers to adopt a joint resolution to Congress seeking the transfer of millions of acres of federal lands to the state in phases. The task force created by the 2013 legislature to study the administration of public lands includes a commissioner from each of the 17 counties. Many of them are ranchers. The task force will ask the interim legislative committee to support a bill draft request to the 2015 legislature for a joint resolution to Congress. An estimated 1 in 3 adults with a credit history, or 77 million people, are so far behind in some of their debt payments that their account has been put in collections. A new study examined non-mortgage debt, including credit card bills, car loans, medical bills, child support payments, and even parking tickets. The debt in collections ranged from as little as $25 to a whopping $125,000, but the average amount owed was $5,200. Geographically, no area of the country is untouched. Among the states, Nevada had the highest percentage of residents with debt in collections, 47%, as well as the highest average amount owed, $7,198. That was helped in part by the Las Vegas metro area, where 49% of the residents had debt in collections. By contrast, North Dakota had the lowest percentage of residents with debt in collections at just 19%, while the District of Columbia had the lowest average dollar amount owed per person at $3,547. County District Attorney's Office says it has secured the first jury verdict of guilty under Nevada's new sex trafficking law. 38-year-old Edric Dillard was found guilty Wednesday of sex trafficking, living from the earnings of a prostitute, and preventing or dissuading a witness from testifying. Through Assembly Bill 67, which took effect on July 1st of 2013, the sex trafficking charge was established as a Category B felony and carries a minimum term of 3 years in prison and a maximum of 10 years. Previously, the maximum charge under the law was pandering, and the penalty was 1 to 5 years in prison. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
This is the First Business Brief for Thursday, July 31st, and I'm Bill Mahler. Well, no surprises from the Federal Reserve, the Fed announcing it will continue trimming the size of its bond buying program. The FOMC saying the economy continues to improve and risks of deflation are disappearing. It did note weakness in the labor market based on what it called underutilization of labor resources. Maybe it was that freaky cold weather last winter. The U.S. economy took off in the spring after the winter. For the second quarter, the economy grew at an annual rate of 4%, the consensus being that the winter's weak economic numbers were a fluke and mostly due to the stormy cold weather. The era of the PC ending? Maybe not. The chief executive of Best Buy says PC sales are actually going up while tablet sales are crashing. How come? Well, Microsoft has stopped supporting the XP operating system and people seem to be upgrading, and tablet and smartphone sales are maturing. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Bill Mahler.
Thanks so much, Bill. When we come back from this break, we're going to find out what's in store for your weather. Stay tuned.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, July 31st. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 102 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 104 degrees. Winds were coming from the south-southwest today at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 10 miles per hour. The UV index today was 9, which is very high. Humidity was at 15%. Sunrise was at 5:50 this morning, and the record high in 1978 was 115 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 78 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 81 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northeast at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 25%. Sunset will be at 7:50 p.m. and the record low in 1940 was 65 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 104 degrees and a low of 77 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour with gusts up to 10 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 19%. Sunrise will be at 5:51 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly sunny week, though there is a storm coming early next week. We'll have a 50% chance of showers on Sunday and a 40% chance on Monday. Your high temperatures will be ranging from 88 degrees to 104 degrees, and your low temperatures will be ranging from 71 degrees to 77 degrees.
Thanks so much, Noah. The Prum Senior Center is holding a pancake breakfast Saturday morning. They're located at 1370 West Basin inside the Sunset Mobile Home Park. This important fundraiser breakfast begins at 8 a.m. and lasts until noon. The price is $5 a plate and $3 for children under 12. For more information, you can give them a call, 727-5008. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. Yes, I did try to get Cooper to come back up, but he wouldn't do it. And so from all of us up here, including Cooper, we'll see you later. Back tomorrow night. Night, Prump.